So it's great to be here. I'm here every Wednesday. I'm Casey Arndt, and I'm going to show you how to build your network marketing business using attraction marketing. This is a great way to create a new warm market that you didn't have before, out of folks on social media who are just out there waiting for you to show them who you are and how you can help them out. You can offer a lot of value and build this new warm market out of people that you probably have never met, and most of them you may never meet again, but you can offer them some value and they're going to turn into your new warm market that's going to help you build your business. Now, hey, welcome on in. Give me a shout out here. Let's see who's out there with us. All right, oh, now I got a comment like, there we go. Awesome. All right, so glad to have you. So I'm going to give you some transferable skills today. So why would you want to learn attraction marketing? This is like a whole new set of skills. You've already got all these skills that you need to do your network marketing business that are some new things that you've never done before. And now I'm going to throw some more things out at you with attraction marketing that are new things. But, you know, these are super transferable. And there's other stuff that you're learning in network marketing that's also transferable that's really awesome. So I just wanted to talk some about those skills today. So, you know, all right. So we're all looking for more people to talk to. And attraction marketing can be, again, a great way to build this warm market. So some of the ways that you're going to build your network marketing business and also do some attraction marketing, some of those skills are just leadership in general. What is leadership? So this is vision. The leader sees the way and can also inspire people to go that way. They're not just a manager who is already using a course that was plotted by someone else and just showing them how to get there. All right, that kind of goes beyond. So a lot of what we do is trying to do duplication, so we're not always being super creative in our network marketing business, but how you inspire your team is all about leadership. You know, what's the special thing that you're bringing to the table? And in addition to that, there's a ton of mentoring that goes on. So when you welcome anyone into your team, there's a big portion of work that you've got to do to get them up to speed so that they can be successful like you are. All right, so mentoring is a huge amount of what we do as network marketers. There's also a huge public speaking component. So this is something that's really fresh in my mind. I just got back from my company convention, and you know, it was really interesting to me, these folks who've been in network marketing for years and years, and who knows how many presentations they've done, home meetings, one-on-ones, three-ways, all those things, and they're getting up there on that stage. You know, they're getting up in front of thousands of people with a microphone on and all the lights kind of shining down on them, and they're freaking out there, you know. So it was really interesting how many of them actually mentioned that. How many of them said, wow, I'm really nervous to be out here, and I'm glad I can't really see any of you guys out there because of the lights, that kind of thing. So, you know, public speaking is great. There's so many things that you can do. Just getting on Facebook Live, just like this. This is going to help you build your audience. So people can see what you're like, they can hear your voice, they can see what your personality is like. It goes so far beyond just typing in comments on a line, you know. This is really where it's at for building a new audience. So, you know, being able to do some public speaking up on stage, that's where you're going to get the recognition in your company. And that stuff, you could use that for anything. You could go talk to groups for any reason. So that's a super transferable skill. If you have leadership and you can mentor people and you can talk in public, there's no limit on what kind of things you can do. Now, some other things that are really specific to attraction marketing. So when you're talking about, you know, reaching out to people on Facebook, there are 2 billion people on Facebook. Is every one of them a potential prospect for you? No. So your company is not active in every country. So you're going to want to pick what country. You know, is an 18-year-old going to relate to you if you're 62 years old? Probably not. So maybe there's a certain age range of people who are going to want to join you. There may be certain occupations of people that you really like, that you really that tend to respond to you, that you really have a good vibe with. You know, maybe those are the people that you want to reach out to. Maybe you want to reach out to people who have a certain interest. Maybe people who have liked certain pages that are really popular. Maybe Eric Worre, for example. if you're looking for network marketers, might be a good choice. Get some people who are really popular, people that network marketers might like. If you're looking for people who are not in network marketing yet, then you might be looking for people who are looking for something like you've got. So you're going to learn how to define and then reach out to a very defined audience. The more you niche things down, the better you are able to connect with people. So, if I'm a triathlete and I love endurance sports, but I say hate gaming, for example, somebody who sits in a chair all day and plays with a joystick, if I start posting stuff about what I like to do, maybe they're not going to identify with me. So it'd be pointless for me to try to reach out to those people, but it would be better for me to reach out to an audience that I really can identify with. So in my case, health and wellness people or network marketers, those are the types of people that are really going to identify with us. So hey, if you're coming on in, give us a like here, say hi, tell us where you're from. Hey Diana, how's it going? So some of the places you can use these transferable skills. So we talked about leadership, mentoring, public speaking, and being able to define an audience and really reach out to them and catch them where they're at and get some value to them so that they want to follow you. These are great things that you can use for a variety of purposes. Hey Diana. So first of all, your own brand. So what does that mean? Maybe you guys are not even don't even know what that means. So a lot of us are trained to think that we identify with our company. So for instance, whatever network marketing company I'm in, I define myself as a part of that company. But what if that company goes under? Or what if I decide to switch companies? Then all of a sudden I'm starting from scratch. Like my identity is completely wiped out and I have to start over. If you define a brand that is you, then that can ebb and flow. If I change companies, chances are I'm going to end up in another company that's really similar, because I don't drastically change my identity as a person. So if I'm identifying with you as a person, for instance, I have this fan page here, it doesn't say anything about what company I'm in. I'm not even going to tell you. You can ask, but you're not going to find that anywhere on my page. This has nothing to do with my company. It has to do with me. It has to do with the value that I want to put out there in the marketplace and what people can learn from me. And that can flow over the years, right? So you have your own personal brand, and that goes along with targeting that audience. So if you know what audience you want to find, then you build your identity, your brand around that. All right, so you can build your brand this way. You can also grow your MLM company, your group, and you can help your group with these skills. So if you want to find more people to add, if you're having trouble finding people to talk to, you can use attraction marketing to pull in people who are great for your team. If your team also has the desire to stop chasing people down, driving hours and hours and hours, trying to find people at the malls, people are not at the malls anymore. They're right here. They're right here on Facebook. So if you've got people on your team who want to find people here on Facebook, you can teach them how to do that because you're already an expert at it. Very transferable, very duplicatable. So let's say that you're very involved with a charity. I read this really cool newspaper article yesterday about a guy who got really involved in Boys and Girls Club, and they said, well, you're on the board, so what does that mean? He said, well, the board is made up of people who have professional skills that the people who run nonprofits might not know anything about. If you know something about how to find people on social media who would really like to get involved with your charity as a volunteer, as a donator, as a board member, etc., if you have the ability to track those people to your charity because you have all these great skills, you have the ability to do public speaking, you could get up and talk about it, you could cast vision, all those great things you can offer to one charity maybe that you really love. But what's really cool is, you could, yeah, right? They're not at the mall. I can't remember the last time I was at a mall, on purpose especially. So another thing that happened to me recently was I called up my brother-in-law. He is the CEO of a tech startup out in the Bay Area. And I noticed that he just started a fan page. Well, I have a fan page. His fan page has, I think, 50 people on it. like there's no traffic there at all. And it looks like they've been posting for a couple days. There's really not much of an audience building there. So I messaged him. I said, hey, do you guys have a likes campaign running? Do you have Facebook ads going? What's going on with your blog? And he called me up right away. He said, look, I want you to talk to my Facebook and Twitter guy and tell him what you're doing because we need to do what you're doing. So, you could help out other people. You could even run that as a side business. I know guys who are doing that, and they're making $175 an hour running Facebook ads for local businesses because of what they've learned using it to grow their own business. The other option would be, for example, I do swim lessons. I could use those same skills to promote my other business, and maybe you have something that you would like to use for that too. So any business this is applicable to. So there's all kinds of stuff you can do out there. All right. So if you want to learn more about what attraction marketing is, if you haven't done it yet and you want to learn more, hey Pam, what's going on? Then why don't you hit that button up at the top of my page. It's going to take you to the sign up for a 10-day email bootcamp where you'll get an idea of what attraction marketing is. If you love what you read there, then hey, check out the book that you're going to read about in those emails, Attraction Marketing Formula. It's taught me so much of what I know. There's a really great community here that you can plug into, and I'm dying to teach you more next Wednesday. So make sure to be here 1 o'clock Central every Wednesday. That's 2 p.m. Eastern and 11 o'clock on the Pacific Coast. And let's do this thing, all right? Let's go build our teams. You guys have a great rest of your week. Make sure to hit that button, and I'll see you here next week. Take care.